have been hearing reports of train attacks in Cape Town. Our reporter Nomawethu Solwandle is at the scene and she joins us now. Nomawethu, thanks very much for joining us. What do we know? What facts have we been able to ascertain at this stage?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Peter. I can confirm that about an hour ago, a train here at the Cape Town station was on fire. But we can also confirm that when we arrived here about 30 to 45 minutes ago, there were already firefighters on the scene. And that I can confirm again that it has been put out. But of course, Peter, we know that this is going to cause a lot of delays for the thousands and thousands of commuters that rely on trains every day. I mean, it's a Friday, it's month end, and it's this time of day. This is the time that people need to commute home or to other areas around Cape Town. When I arrived here, I spoke to a gentleman who says that he was actually on his way to Worcester, but he's been told that he must now make alternative arrangements to get to where he needs to get to. Now, also, there are different statements from the commuters as well in terms of what they are being told. People were queuing here. They were told that they need to get to other platforms because now the trains that were supposed to leave from here will now be rerouted to other platforms around the station. Other platforms are working, but it's just the one behind me. Of course, it is now a crime scene, so we've been cordoned off. We are not allowed to get near to the scene at this point. We just saw JP Smith, who is MACO member of Safety and Security, actually walking in here, I suppose, to assess the situation. But at this stage, Peter, I must say that we've been trying very hard to get information from PRASA. We did manage to see the communications manager a little bit earlier on, but she herself said she was still trying to get the information. We know the top management of PRASA are somewhere around Cape Town in a meeting, but at this stage we have not received any information from them as into what the plan is or what information can be given to the commuters at this stage. Now, something very shocking, again, Peter, that I can confirm is that this is not an isolated incident. In a space of 3 hours, there had been 3 different fires at 3 different stations here around Cape Town. We can confirm this one here in Cape Town, another one in Furgrove, as well as a third one in Mbekweni near Paarl. So it's I know that police are still investigating the causes. At this point, we cannot say whether it was negligence, whether it was done on purpose, because we know that trains have been targeted a lot in the Cape Town area. Not so long ago, the Minister of Transport, Mr. Blade Nzimande, was in the area to see what can be done. Do we need more policing? What is happening, and why is it that it's the trains that are being targeted? We know that Peter, again, it's the commuters that will be the hardest hit with this incident, but very little information to give them at this point. I'm just going to ask my colleague Mark to just pan to my right to just show you what the station is looking like at this point. These are all people that are waiting to be transported to various areas around Cape Town. And like I said, Peter, there's very, very little information going around to actually say what these people can do. I'm just going to speak to some of them now. Ma'am, you look like you want to say something. You look very frustrated. What's your plan for tonight?
I don't know how I'm going to get home because they say we must take bus and they don't give us any alternative transport. They just say they don't have buses for us. They're burning the trains. We need to come to work early. You come here, the trains are burning. There's nothing come from. How do they expect us to get home? When is PRASA going to solve this problem?
Now, I spoke to another commuter a little bit earlier on. He says that he buys a monthly train ticket, and for him to take alternative transport now, this is going to be a huge shock in his pockets.
It is costing us money. It's 250 50 rand a month you must pay, and your taxi fare is almost 500 rand out of your pocket just for transport to get here. And then this is happening each and every time. It's a big problem for us. I don't know when PRASA is going to solve this problem.
Thank you very much for your time. Well, as you heard there, Peter, one of the commuters here at Cape Town station, very, very frustrated. This is not a new problem at the station and around Cape Town. You heard her saying that trains are delayed and they are always late. And of course, Peter, safety being a very, very huge concern. Just a couple of weeks ago, we know that a man was killed on a train. 2 others were actually pushed off the moving train and their belongings taken off them. But we'll keep you updated as into what happens here at the station with regards to the delays and other areas such as Furgrove and Bekweni, who also had a similar incident happening in the space of 3 hours. But for now, it's back to you in studio, Peter.
Nomawethu, thanks very much indeed. That's our reporter on the ground there in Cape Town with this developing story. And what we know is that the fire has now been put out, but there's been no reports of injuries, and investigations continue. It's being treated as a crime scene. But as Nomawethu was saying just now, that there were other fires in 2 other areas, and the police are investigating whether they're linked or they were separate and what the causes might be. So a lot of questions still to be answered, but in the meantime, commuters will be put out trying to get home.